if you go ask any of them, the people from the ministry that counseled us, they'd be like, ain't no way this happened with Terrell and Amanda. I guarantee they'd be like, ain't no way. So then she said, well, just get out. I say, fine. I said, let me put some clothes on. No, just get out now. I said, well, I say it's late. I got to be at work at 7 in the morning. I said, why I got to get out? Well, if you stay here tonight, you got to sleep with one eye open. I even took the Bible. I was like, your eyes red like you got a demon in you, because the Bible sitting right there and say, we go to the Word church. We get to church. We Christians. This don't happen. I said, what, you gonna kill me with the knife though? That's when she started reaching for the phone, and like I done jumped up on the bed. Now she chasing me like around the bed. She snatched the phone.
It's late night on October the 10th of 2023. The dispatcher of the Warrensville Heights Police Department gets a phone call from a man named Tyrell Edwards. He tells the operator that 46-year-old hairstylist Amanda Williams has been shot. As Miss Williams clings to life, first responders and law enforcement would converge on the home. And as detectives from the department arrive on the scene, they have an interesting dilemma with the crime scene. Tyrell Edwards doesn't hide the fact that he has shot his fiance because he claims he was just defending himself. But the detectives definitely want to chat with Tyrell, especially after they realize that Tyrell has shot Amanda 5 times.
All right, this interview is being conducted on October 10th, 2023 at the Warrensville Heights Police Department inside Lieutenant Johnson's office. The time is 2:07 p.m. In attendance to this interview is myself, Lieutenant Johnson of the Warrensville Heights Police Department, Detective Curry of the Warrensville Heights Police Department, and can you give me your name and date of birth?
Terrell Edwards.
So they take about 10 minutes to go through your consent to search forms and all that, Miranda rights. We're going to skip right past that, right into the interrogation. Let's do this.
All right. Now that we got all this preliminary paperwork out of the way, thank you. All right, so we're here because of a shooting that occurred at your residence at 197-19 Sunset early this morning, or late last night, early this morning. So, I mean, just go through your night. Let's start.
I was downstairs. Well, I got home from work about 6:30. She put in the driveway about 6:40. She was coming in from Columbus. She came downstairs and we talked a little more, talked a little while. And we joked. She tickled me a little bit, and then she went upstairs. So prior to all that happening, the phone. I'm on a family plan with me, her, and her son. She disconnected the cell phone yesterday morning while she was in Columbus. So I go to the Shop Express on Warrensville Center and get a new phone. Not a new phone, but a new phone number and account. They just changed the SIM card so I can have a phone. So I'm watching the football game now, 8 o'clock. Well, no, it was about 10:30, 11 o'clock. I was asleep on the recliner, and she came downstairs and woke me up with her hand around my neck. So I pushed her off me. I said,
and I'm sorry, I know you're going through the process in your mind, but I think you skipped. You said you got home at 6:30, and then y'all spent a little time together.
We talked a little bit, about the phone situation from earlier.
Okay.
So then she tickled me, and then she went upstairs. She didn't come back downstairs till like 10:30. I'm thinking everything cool.
Okay.
That's what yeah. So I'm thinking everything cool. So when she come back down and she waked me up, she had to took the phone off the charger. She was like, well, you got a new phone because you and it's going straight to voicemail. I say, well, how you trying to call me and you got the phone disconnected this morning? She was like, well, I got it temporarily suspended. I've been trying to call. I said, I got a whole new number. I said, I'm not about to keep going through that with you with the control on my phone. Like, no. So she was like, well, why I don't got the number? I said, baby, I was going to give you the number. I was going to give you the number. I just wanted you to realize that that didn't make sense for you to do that. Like, it really didn't make sense. So she said, you know what? What she does is she try to check my call logs and see if I'm doing something, see where I'm at and stuff like that. So I guess she couldn't have the control no more. So that's when she grabbed all my clothes out the closet. She got throwing them down the stairs. She kicked them down. She kicked all my shoes down the stairs. She just got to tearing up the upstairs. So then she said, well, just get out. I say, fine. I said, let me put some clothes on. No, I just get out now. I said, well, I say it's late. I got to be at work at 7 in the morning. I said, why I got to get out? Well, if you stay here tonight, you got to sleep with one eye open. I say, damn. So that's when she go to reach for the drum. I'm like, oh, shit. So that's why I keep my personal gun. That's why I was telling the detective last night, that's how the guns got in my car. Because I went outside. I said,
so all this is occurring upstairs.
All this occurring upstairs. I got pajamas on, my UGG house shoes, pajamas on. So when I come back in, that's when I went to I was going to put my regular clothes on. And that's when she go downstairs. She come back upstairs. She stopped at the top of the stairs with the knife.
Hold up. You skip some more stuff. Like I say, I know all this is running through your head really fast and all that. But last thing you said was you guys were upstairs in the bedroom and she reached for a drawer.
Yeah, she reached for the drawer. That's why I keep my personal guns at after she said,
and which drawer is that?
That's the right hand drawer.
On the
nightstand.
On the nightstand. Is that on the side of the bed you sleep?
Yeah.
And which side? If I'm looking at the bed like this, which side of the bed would that be on?
The right hand side.
The right side, and she sleeps on the left.
Oh, vice. I mean, most likely, yeah. 95% of the time, yeah.
Okay, so let's pick up from where she was reaching in the drawer.
So she just reached. So I closed the drawer back and I got the gun because she said you gonna sleep with one eye open. I'm like, I don't want her to do no dumb shit. She looked like a demon, but she's a very sweet person until she get mad. It's like her eyes were just bloodshot red, like she just take it too far. She don't know how to. So I just took the damn guns. I say I ain't about to, and I took them. I went downstairs and put the guns in the car, locked the car up.
So both guns was in the same place. Okay.
Yeah.
And they both registered to you.
I bought them from a gun show.
Okay.
I bought them from a gun show, Berea County Fairgrounds.
How long ago?
Shit, they probably been 6, 7 years, 8. I don't really remember.
Okay. And this has no bearing right now, but if we were to ask, will you be able to produce any receipts for those guns?
I doubt if I did. Like I say, that's before her. Me and her been together 6 years, so.
Okay. So this was way before you guys met. All right, so we're at the point where you take the guns out of the drawer.
Then I go downstairs, put them in the car, come back upstairs.
Come back upstairs to the bedroom.
Come back upstairs to the bedroom. That's when she go downstairs. She kicks some more shoes downstairs. She go downstairs. That's when I hear the drawer open. Now she come upstairs. She come back upstairs to the top ledge with the knife. I take my cell phone out. I start recording. I said, oh, why you got a knife, babe? I'm just putting my clothes on, about to leave. No, fuck that. She's going crazy. It's going crazy. I even took the Bible. I was like, your eyes red like you got a demon in you, because the Bible sitting right there say, we go to the word church. We enter church. We Christians. This don't happen often. You know, we have a little argument, but this don't happen.
Everybody has one.
Everybody had arguments. So when I recorded it, and then that's when she came over there when she got closer then. So then I got another video. It's like real close. The other video real close. I said, "What, you gonna kill me with the knife?" Though that's when she started reaching for the phone, and like I done jumped up on the bed. Now she chasing me like around the bed. She snatched the phone and she with the knife. She bust the phone up with the knife, and then threw the phone, and that's when I don't know. My shirt got a cut. Like I don't know if the knife it went through the shirt and through my wife beater, but it didn't catch me.
So you said she took the knife and slashed at you?
Yeah, she slashed at me, and that's when she slashed at me. That's when I got to the gun that she keep on her side of the bed and shot. I shot her with her gun. I put my guns in the car.
Where she keep her gun?
Under the mattress. Under the mattress.
Okay.
Yeah, under the mattress.
When you say under the mattress, how many mattresses are on the bed?
Just a box spring, and a mattress.
So 2.
Yeah,
The box spring and then the top mattress.
yeah. If she keep her gun under there, just
So
that's where she had it.
So the gun would kind of be like,
Pancaked in between, yeah. So that's, because I'm jumping on the bed and she coming. So finally, when I get around, I just reach under and grab the gun, and that's when I say, "Man, quit, stop!" And she was reaching, and I just shot. Man. I hate that I hate that it happened. But she was trying to stab me. The butcher knife was big as hell. And then when I shot her, when she dropped, the butcher knife still was in her hand, tight as hell, gripped. Like, I was like, wow. Yeah.
How many times do you remember shooting?
I just, like, it was rapid. I'll say 4 or 5 times. And we was like, she was coming down on me with the knife, man.
And I got a good understanding how the room was set up.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the bed, and right across the bed was like a closet with a mirror.
The closet is her mirror.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so when the shooting happened, was she standing in front of the mirror?
No, she dropped back. We was at the bed, at the railing of the bed, the footboard of the bed. When I shot, she went back into and dropped over there by the mirror.
When you started shooting, how close were you guys to one another?
I would say probably like this, right here. The knife was long, like where I'm at now to you, like right here.
so arm's length?
Arms length, yeah, definitely arms length. Mm-hmm. And if she never would have had no knife, I would have been able to leave. She held me hostage with the knife.
So you were planning on leaving?
Absolutely. I was planning on leaving because I was just going to leave for the night because I had my work clothes that I wear, my work uniform, on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to leave, but she didn't really want me to leave. She didn't want me to leave. She just running her mouth. And then her daughter came upstairs and say, why you ain't came up here like and get, she'd be like, how my mom is. She get irate and this. The police had been out before. I had to call the police before to escort me to get my stuff out. Like, I done moved. We engaged, man. Like, she locked me out the house one night in the cold. Police like, man, you can't lock him out the house of his own house. Mm-hmm. Like, but it ain't never been none to this extent. Ain't never been none to this extent, man.
During this argument yesterday, was that the only time she pulled a knife out on you? Yesterday.
Yes.
Just one time she pulled the knife out?
She came up the stairs and stopped at the top stairs with the knife. That's when you come up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Then when she came on the round when we was at the bed, that's when I started running around the bed. And she was, she snatched the phone first and she did like this, then she slung the phone.
Mm-hmm. And
then that's when she was trying to get me with the knife. I'm like, stop.
How would she hold the knife? Like this, or Like this.
Like she had it like this. She had the knife like this. And the reason why I really was scared of her with the knife, she told me like 25 stabbed her baby father. She's like, I stabbed the fuck out of him. So I believe that shit. She was gonna use it. I believe I would have been cut up if I didn't do what I did. I really do.
So you felt you had no other
Man, I
option.
had no other choice, man. And I hated that I had, but I had no other choice. I had no other choice.
Well, and I'm not, judging you or anything here, but I know these questions are going to come up, and they're going to say, why didn't you ask this? Why didn't you ask that? So it's a lot of things going through our minds right now that we just want clarification.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd you have to shoot so many times?
How many times did I shoot? I thought 4.
4 times. The gun, I think, holds 6 rounds.
I'm really not. Well, it's a revolver she got. We shot it on New Year's one time before, so I'm really not. I don't know. Shit, I feel like she was still right there. In that situation, I wasn't trying. Like the gun just was going off. Like it was going off. It was just like the situation just happened so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. And I haven't shot a gun since we shot a gun on New Year's probably 3 years ago. I don't even go to the range to shoot guns, none of that.
What made you take your guns out to the car? I know you
Because
said she was
because
going towards the
they was
drawer.
because she went towards the drawer. I just grabbed them and took them outside to the car. Cause she said you're gonna have to. If you stay here tonight, you're gonna sleep with one eye open. That was her exact words. And then she reached for the drawer because she was sitting on the bed at first. She went to reach for the nightstand, so that's when I went to push the nightstand. I just grabbed the guns, and I had pajamas on, so they really couldn't fit like in the pockets. I just took them outside to the car and put them in the armrest.
You didn't think to remove hers too?
I didn't think about, like I said, when she chased me around the bed, and I just felt I didn't even think about hers.
As we head to our first commercial break, I know you guys are thinking just like me. Why not leave? You're taking the guns out to the car. I don't care if you have your pajamas. Go to your mom's house, go to your cousin's house. Get the heck out of there. If you really are that afraid of this woman, then take the guns and go. Don't come back.
Cause I really don't deal with her gun. Mine's is, I carry mines.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I carry my guns.
I noticed in some of the photos that they took, it looked like in the wall, was that going down the stairs?
Yeah, as you're going down the stairs, there's a wall
Imagine you walking down your bedroom stairs.
going like into the first floor.
Uh-huh.
As you're walking, there's a little wall that looks like 4 holes in it.
My dad the closet kept falling down. It was a weak. The closet, the racks was weak.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad came with the drill. He put a whole new, you'll see a 2x4 and stuff up. We put a whole new closet thing up. And when he went to drill the holes, he had the drill bit too long and it went through the walls.
Okay.
Yeah.
We wasn't sure if those were bullet holes.
No,
or...
my dad did it.
Okay.
My dad did. Probably about, it might have been last year. And we just got new doors put up upstairs, and I don't know why dude did patch it up and fix them, but he painted downstairs and stuff. Like I say, man, me and her haven't had no problems. That's why I don't understand why did it have to escalate like that yesterday. I don't understand, like, why get a knife involved? Why say you gonna have to, like, the sleeping with one eye open? Okay, I got the guns, took the guns out. Then you come with the knife. Like, why did you have to go get a knife? Why?
And you say during you guys...
And I heard the drawer off downstairs. She went to she didn't go to the regular kitchen. She went to the one over, because I always know how the one with the air fryer sit at. And that's where like the knife. It was a big butcher knife. Did y'all get a picture of the knife?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, it was a big butcher knife. It was big.
So when she
And like
went,
I said, you gonna see it on the videos on my phone where we on the bed at.
mm-hmm.
Hang around to the end. Got a little bit of that footage for you.
Did you know? Had she been drinking?
That I don't know because, like I said, I was watching. Remember 640.
Mm-hmm.
She tickled me and then she went upstairs. She didn't come when she woke me up. It probably had to be between 10:40 and 11. I was on the recliner. She didn't took. We got like 2 couches, one here, and then one right. So my phone was on the charger, right on the other armrest of the couch. So she unplugged it and was at the phone, and then that's when she grabbed me like this and woke me up. Like, what's going on? She say, what's this? What's up with this phone? Why when I try to call you, I say I got a new phone. I say you cut the phone off this morning. I say, so how would I know that you've been trying to call? She must have got the phone turned back on the same day. Like she even sent like a picture. She had sent me a picture like you won't be talking to nobody today.
A
Like,
picture of what?
Of her on the Verizon website when she suspended the service.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why'd she turn your phone off?
Well, let me tell you what happened. At 8 o'clock that morning, I sent her a text. She went to Columbus. I paid for her to go to a hair show.
She drove down?
She drove down. She go every year.
Mm-hmm.
I text her at 8 o'clock. You'll see the text in the phone. I said, good morning, baby. Have a good day. Go get all that knowledge today. I love you. Kissy faces. She opened the message up at 9:01 and read it. You know, iPhone, it'll show like when you read it.
Yeah.
So she didn't respond. She opened it at 9:01, so I had one of the guys. I work right across the street at UH Home Care in Richmond, right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to pick up a rental, so the little cab was taken. So I called her, and she was like, "Oh, I was asleep." I was like, "Well, how you was sleeping? You read my message." She's like, "I didn't read your message. I was asleep." So I screenshotted it and showed it. I was like, so she probably like, "Damn." So that was just a quick little. So I was like, that's why we have trust issues sometimes. Because stuff like that. I sent you a nice message. You asked me to pour into you more, build you up more, and that's what I try to do. And then you read my message, and all this over the phone. So,
What time did you talk to her over the phone? How that conversation?
9:17 a.m.
So like 15, 16 minutes after she supposedly read the message.
Well, actually, she didn't answer the phone at 9:17. She answered the phone at 9:47 because she's supposed to be in class at 9. So I say, she's like, well, I slept in. I'm 46 years old. I say, okay, that's fine, baby. I say, but don't say you were sleeping. You read my message. I said, you can't tell me that you were sleeping. You read the message. So she got to blue. So I hung up the phone. She called back 5 times. I ain't answered because I didn't want to argue. Go on and enjoy your day. That's when she sent me the text message with the Verizon showing that she said, you ain't got to worry about me trying to call no more. You won't be calling anyone else either. And I went to make a phone call. The phone was really disconnected. Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call can't be completed out. So I went to Shop Express and the guy Alex, he activated. I paid him $65. He activated me a new SIM card for my phone. And
What time did you go to Shop Express?
had to be noonish because it had to be noonish. I went to Shop Express. Because as soon as I got into work across the street, I had a stat. We call stat something that got to be there right away. So I went out to Chardon, and then I went to Eastlake, and I came back. I got up to Shop Express at like around noon. And I went in there. I dealt with Alex. I say, man, Alex, my girl turned my phone off. And he was like, well, do you think she blocked the phone or she blocked the number? I say, I don't know. So he took the phone and did some codes. And he was like, oh, she just got the number blocked. He was like, I activated you a new number. I say, I ain't got to worry about this no more. And he gave me a new number. I text everybody I talked to, my new number. I was going to give it to her when she came home. I wanted her to feel.
What's the new number for your phone? Do you remember?
It's 532-4348.
Now, this might date myself, but I'm from a generation where we memorize phone numbers, because, yeah, we used to dial like that. You know what I'm saying? We used to dial like that. So that just dates myself. We used to have to memorize a lot of phone numbers. There was no cell phone you can scroll through and find somebody's numbers. If I wanted to call my cousin, that number was right here in my head. But this younger generation, they don't have phone numbers memorized like that. My man's got his brand new phone number already memorized. Man, I don't know if I believe that. Here's what I'm wondering, and you tell me if it kind of sounds to me like maybe he had a second phone hidden somewhere, and maybe she found that second phone. What do you think about that?
You made mention about you guys have trust issues. You guys, one of you get caught messing around, or
Well,
when you suspect the other one of messing around?
Well, what it is we both can be insecure at times, but like what she'll do, she'll call me. I say I'm at my mom's house, and she'll say, "You ain't at your mom's house, you lying." Or I'm at work, and you tell me I ain't where I'm supposed. Like I say, she can go and look at the location on the phone, like see where the towers the phone hit off of, where the call from. But that just be about it.
Okay.
Not be about it. Like I said, we engaged. We've been engaged since 2022. We got engaged in May 2022.
You guys have been together for about 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about. I know you had a couple of domestic charges. Were you convicted?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
No, I ain't never been convicted of domestic.
Were you arrested for domestic?
I have been before, probably 20 years ago.
But no convictions?
No convictions, no.
Okay.
They've definitely been 20.
That was years ago.
20, 25 years ago.
Okay.
I forgot to say earlier, he's 41.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely 20, 25 years. No, I ain't never been convicted for domestic violence.
Okay. And what about the gun charges?
The gun charges came from I had a gun permit, and I was at the Maple Leaf Bar on Broadway in Maple Heights, and the police raided the bar, and I had a gun before the law went into effect.
Gotcha.
That you can have a gun, and they took my permit. They charged me with carrying a concealed weapon inside a liquor permit establishment, and they put me on probation for it, and they charged me with like a felony 5. I got it expunged.
So you're no longer on probation for that?
No, that been over 8 years, 9 years. Yeah.
When did she go down to Columbus? Did she leave that morning, or did she
went
go
to Columbus Saturday morning? I walked her out to the car with her bag, and she left Saturday morning about 7:30.
Okay. Oh, so she had been down there a couple of days.
No, she went down there Sunday morning.
Okay.
Because she worked at the salon on Saturday. Yeah, she went down Sunday. She went down Sunday morning, 7:30. Mm-hmm. That's when the show runs Sunday through Monday.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where was her daughter when you guys were arguing?
She was downstairs. She didn't come upstairs until she kept hearing me probably say, "Put the knife down." Put the knife down. I heard a door slam downstairs. And then that's when she finally was coming upstairs. But shit, everything had happened so fast by then. That's when I said, "Tyler, why you ain't came up here and get your mom to calm down?" And But she was downstairs.
This the first time she ever got this angry and pulled a knife out on you?
That I can recall that pulling a knife. Yeah, I don't recall her ever pulling a knife before.
What about any dangerous weapon? Knife, gun?
No, can't recall her pulling nothing before. No, I can't. No, we ain't never had. It ain't never got this bad.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't never got this bad. Yeah, I can't recall her ever pulling.
Well, I mean, you say get this bad, and I'm not trying to make light of the situation. This is probably as bad as it gets.
Man, who you telling? Detective Johnson. Did she pass away?
Yes.
Man. She got my name on the back of her neck. Like I say, that's her name. She passed away, man. Jesus. Man, when he put her face up last night, I was like, I didn't know like it was that bad. Like when I was shot, I was trying to get her away from me with the knife. I didn't know that all that was gonna happen. You know, like I did, man. When he put her name up last night, her face popped up on the thing. I'm like, but she when she fell back into the thing, she was silent. Like I say, she still had the knife, like clenching in her hand.
She right-handed or left-handed?
She right-handed. Her son left-handed. She right-handed. I ain't never known her to be left-handed.
What are you, right or left?
I'm right. Damn, she passed away, man. Jesus.
You said you called us to the house once before.
Yeah, I have.
Just once for us.
Well, the other time I came into the station, and I just asked for a police escort because I like she known to get loud and she known like to tear up stuff.
How long you guys been living on Sunset?
I've been staying there about 4 years. I previously had my own apartment and I moved in with her. She been on Sunset for probably 25 years.
Did where was your apartment at?
Got out of her house in Shaker.
Shaker. Did she ever come over there and stay the night or whatnot?
Yeah.
Did you have to call the police and Shaker at any time?
Did the police get called? I don't think the police got called. She came over to Shaker banging on the door trying to kick it in one time. This was, me and her just had been, we started dating in October. This was December the 1st because my mother's birthday on the 2nd. But no, the police didn't have to come.
Okay.
No.
Any other times you two have to deal with the police?
Well, the time that she locked me out and when I went through the back window, they went open the door for me and the police came out and was like, you can't lock him out of his own house. And it, yeah, I was here. Then I think one time before she called and wanted to get out the driveway, it was something stupid. I was like, wait a minute. Like, it wasn't nothing. They ain't never been called for no physical fights and nothing like that.
Okay.
While this altercation was happening last night, did you ever call the police?
Yeah.
Before or after?
No, because she snatched the phone. She took the phone.
So when did you phone the police?
Afterwards. Afterwards. After it had happened, I called. I said, I need an ambulance, police. I think I just killed my girlfriend, fiance. Can you just please send somebody right now?
During this altercation, did she ever call the police?
I don't. The crazy part about it is, I heard her on the phone saying, "Can you send the squad car out here?
Mm-hmm.
Can you send the squad car out here? Because I just want him to leave." Which I was going to leave, but I don't know. Ain't no squad car ever coming. So I don't know if she was just bluffing to make me put my clothes on faster. I don't believe that she did. Because like I say, didn't nobody ever come.
What kind of phone does she have?
She got an Apple iPhone, probably model 14.
You know the password to it or
No.
You know what color her phone was?
It's like purple.
Okay, so purple phone.
The phone is purple. Got like, well, it's the case. It got like a white line going down the back with an X going through it.
So when you saw her on the phone, whether it was an actual call or a fake call, when she was asking to send a squad car, where were you guys at?
On the stairs.
Is this before she got the knife?
Well, this was when I went to put the guns in the car. So I came back, and she was like on the stairs. I came back in, and then I said, well, let the police come on out. I say, I ain't did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Let the police. I didn't. You know, like one thing about me, I'm not gonna run from something that I haven't done. Like last night, when I called, they asked me to come out. You know, I said, you know, she had a knife on me and I shot her. I didn't try to run. I came out the house. I cooperated with everything, like, because I felt like I just protected myself. That's all I was doing.
Do you recall last night, maybe, I talked with one of the uniform officers? Reading the report, looked like you may have told one of them that you put the guns up because you were afraid. You put the guns in your car because you were afraid that you might shoot her the way she was acting.
No. I just said I went and put them in the car because she went to reach. When she went, she told me that you don't have to sleep with one eye open tonight. So no, I never told the officer that last night. No, I never. I never said that.
For your new cell phone, which cell company did you have?
It's AT&T prepaid.
You know who your job cell phone company is? Was that your private phone? You just use it for work? Or was it a company issue phone?
No, that's just my private.
Just so I'm clear, when you guys were in the bedroom, she left. She ended up coming back up with that knife. She snatched your phone, used the knife to damage your phone, and then she started coming at you. And after you had your hand like in a stabbing motion like this, kind of. That's how she
Did she did? Yeah.
Mhm.
She definitely had it like that because when she snatched, I was surprised that she was able to snatch the phone. You know the way that she, and that really scared me too because she snatching in, reaching with the knife. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And then when she snatched the phone like that, and she did like that and then threw it, and that's when I'm like, please stop, you know. And when I rolled over, I grabbed the gun and I just get shot.
So when you rolled over, you say you rolled over and grabbed the gun. You were on top of the bed.
Yeah, I was on top of the
Or
bed.
you're standing up on your knees.
Well, I was standing up. At first, I started off standing up on the bed. I'm running around the bed like this, and she got the knife, so I jump over this way, and she come around, and then I'm like, please stop. And then she like, no, fuck that. And when she got it, that's when I, boom.
And then can you kind of show us? I know it's small here, because we just need to be very specific on everything once we submit everything to the prosecutor for review.
Mhm.
How were you able to grab the gun. You can kind of
This
use
one
you can kind of use this like as
This one
the
I
top mattress, the bottom. If you
when
need
I
to.
came down to bed, I just felt and it was under there, and I just grabbed it and boom, boom.
So were you off the bed at this point? Or were you
I didn't like fell off the bed now.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't like fell off the bed because I was standing.
Were you laying on the floor then?
No, I really wasn't laying on the floor like when I just tumbled off the bed. I probably was like this, and I grabbed the gun and I just came up and just shot the gun. And the crazy part of if it probably would have been like my gun or something, it would have had a safety. So I wouldn't have been able to just grab and shoot. But by that being a revolver,
And then I got you. But then
You get what I'm saying?
when you were down there, and you grabbed the gun and came up. Explain what she was doing.
she was swinging with the knife. That's probably how my shirt.
Still
Yeah,
got the knife.
yeah, she still got the knife. Yeah. She
Like,
trying to cut me with the knife. I'm surprised. Like I start like all this burning. That must have came from like when I rolled off the bed. Like it's like bruised right here. I'm surprised. That's like last night when I showed him. He was like, "Damn, that's a." It went through the pajama shirt and through my wife beater. I'm surprised that it didn't get me.
Okay.
I'm surprised that it didn't get me. Yeah. And like I said, man, if the knife wasn't involved and she wasn't trying to stab me, I would never even try to protect myself. Why? It was pointless. She a woman. But with a knife, you dangerous. Especially with a big knife like that. Like, man, you see the video, man. You see the video. And I didn't want to call the police because I didn't think that she really was going to get violent. I thought maybe she just, just holding it. I didn't think that she really was going to get to swinging it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I just record and say, oh, what you going to do? You going to kill me with the knife? Like, y'all to see the video. Let's see it. Let me see the video. It should be two. The first one when she come upstairs, like I say, when I don't know if the other one stopped or if it kept recording when she snatched the phone. I'm pretty sure it stopped though, and then that's when the phone when she beat the screen up and then threw the phone. The phone when it probably wasn't on no more, because the screen was broke. And she slung the phone and was trying to get me in.
How bad is the screen? I've not seen your phone.
Well, I found the phone upstairs last night. Me and her daughter. I really can't. Everything last night, man.
We may not
still
even
feel like
watch the video on the phone. We may have to download it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think the phone. It's in my property. I don't think it. I don't know if the phone will come on or not, because that's what made me grab the other phone to call 911 because I couldn't get that phone on. That's what made me grab the other phone.
Anything else you can remember that happened last night?
I'm just trying to go through the motions again.
Did you or her daughter touch the knife at all?
No, I definitely didn't touch the knife. No, and I was just trying to tell the cop because I'm like I kept telling her daughter, please, no. I just want to touch my mama. She was like, we stayed upstairs. When we went downstairs, the police was telling me to come out there. Let me ask y'all this: was the knife still in her possession? Because her daughter went back. I don't know, like what went on after.
Yeah, I did not respond out over there last night.
Oh, you did. Okay.
The knife was still in the general area. We don't think it's been moved or anything like that.
No, I'm saying the knife was in her hand still.
Well, You got to figure through the commotion of the paramedics coming in, trying and moving the body, trying.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
They may have disturbed it a little.
Oh, gotcha.
You know where she got her gun from?
I believe she said she got it from one of her clients or something was like gave it to her. They was moving and she do like a lot of older people hair. She did 25 years.
How long had she had the gun?
She like I said, we shot it on New Year's maybe 2 years ago. So she didn't probably had it like about 3 years.
Well, what shop did she work at?
She owned her own salon in University Heights called Alamo Styles.
Alamos?
Yeah, like ALAMODE.
And that's in University Heights?
Yes, sir.
What happened in University Heights?
It's inside the Waterstone building, right there on the heights where Target and stuff at.
So if you go straight up Warrensville Center
Make
Road?
it right, and then the Waterstone building, like right there on the right hand side, right next door to Target. I just went and did work in the salon the other day. She got an Amazon box that's sitting there. We was just doing a whole revamp, man. That's why I'm like, baby, will you please calm down? I said, because when she left out the basement at 6, it was like 6:40. She did like one of these. Then went on upstairs. She took me like, and went on upstairs. She come back down. It had to be between 10:40 and 11 o'clock. She got her arm on my neck and took the phone off the charger. And she's like, well, why I've been calling you. I said, well, how you been calling me? You disconnected the phone. How you calling me?
She was calling you from upstairs?
I don't know what she probably went upstairs and did. She probably was trying to call and see like with the phone ring, because the phone was going straight to voicemail, she said.
The old number.
The old number was. So evidently she went and got it. She took the suspension off.
Mm-hmm.
She took it off. And it was going straight to voicemail because the SIM card not in the phone anymore.
Right.
So, that's probably what made her come back down. But I don't think it was that serious when I just say, I'm going to give you. I think the whole point was she was mad that my phone wasn't going to be in her name no more. I think that's what made her get angry. Like I say, like a demon was in her. Like, her eyes was bloodshot. I don't know if she went and had a drink when she went upstairs or not. I really don't, because I never went upstairs until.
Is there alcohol upstairs?
No,
and I'm not saying it's illegal.
I didn't. No, I never even looked to see. We got alcohol in the living room.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
You
normally keep a couple bottles in there.
Yeah, normally a couple bottles inside the cabinet downstairs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She got wine. Her and her daughter drink wine.
Mm-hmm.
Like I didn't smell no alcohol. Normally I can smell alcohol. I never smell no alcohol. And I normally have me a beer or two while I'm watching the game. I ain't even got no beers in the house.
Was she a heavy drinker?
She had 2 cocktails. She's not no heavy drinker at all. It's just that when she get rage in her, she like one of them people that you can't even calm down and say, take a deep breath, breathe, baby, breathe. She just going there, like everything got to get messed up. That's just how she is.
Mm-hmm. Just got a temper.
But she just got a temper, a bad temper though. Like it ain't that serious. Like, okay, I got a new phone number. Take the new phone number. Call it a day. Why be all mad at, like, throwing in the. Oh, I'll tell y'all something else that I do remember that I did last night because you had asked. I picked the clothes up that she had. She grabbed like a whole roll of clothes off the thing and she threw them on.
Oh, the one she threw down the stairs.
Well, I think it was some downstairs too, but it was some like right by the top stair that she threw over, like near the computer stand.
Okay.
I picked them up and hung them back on the back. That's yeah. I put 'em back
Before
on.
or after the shooting?
This is all before the shooting.
Oh, before.
Yeah, all this before the shooting. That's the first thing that she did. She kicked all the shoes downstairs. After she leave out the basement about the phone, right? I told you she came down in the basement and woke me up.
Okay.
I was asleep.
You guys have any insurance policies on each other?
No. Like I say, man, I'm being straightforward, telling you just how it was and what happened. I'm being all the way straightforward with you. Like I say, I hate that this shit happened. I hate that this shit happened. I really do, man. I really do. And I like last night. It was like a dream. Like the officer just kept talking to me. Just kept saying, "Man, don't think about it. Don't think about it." I was like, I can't help but to think about it.
Yeah, especially in a situation like that, man.
Situation like
the more
that, 'cause
somebody tell you not to, the more you gonna think about it.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
And then just looking at, like, if it would have been a small steak knife, I probably wouldn't have even jumped around and ran from the knife. That knife was big as fuck. It was big. It was big, man.
Was there any?
And you like, excuse me.
Go ahead.
Like, like, you will see, you'll see what she was doing on the videos with the knife. You definitely will. Like she threatened, she was like this, like, I don't know if she was like buffing. Was she trying to scare me with the knife? Because when she first came up, she stood all the way over there with the knife. And then I recorded it then. And then that's when she came over to the bed area. And I recorded it again. And that's when she snatched the phone. And,
As we head to our last commercial break, let's go ahead and take a look at that footage. Just some of it. We can't look at all of it because I can't play the shooting on YouTube, but we can look and see kind of what came up before that happened, and then we'll talk about it at the end.
You gonna stab me?
I'm going to defend myself.
Defend yourself from
I'm going
what?
to defend myself.
You acting violent? There you go. See? Dude, you chill out. Chill out. Chill out. Chill out.
You know what?
Chill out. Why'd you try to help me?
You know what? You know what?
We'll be right back.
Was there any infidelities in your relationship? Did you have any inkling that she was messing around on you?
No, like I say, we go to the word. We've been doing counseling. We had like some slight issues in the past where she won't answer her phone, but it ain't been nothing like, oh, I caught you doing something.
Mm-hmm. And
It
vice
ain't-
versa. What about you? Have you been out?
She went through
stepping
my
out?
call. She went through my call log 2 years ago, seeing a girl that I talked to that didn't work with me, but she do work for my job. She was like, "Oh, y'all talk a lot today." Like I say, all this was before the engagement.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing the premarital counseling, so we just under a whole different teaching now. So
Understand?
Trying to get on the right path before you get married.
trying
I
to get on
commend
the
you
right
guys
path.
for doing that.
Trying to get on the right path. Like if you tell, like, if you go ask any of them, the people from the ministry that counseled us, they'd be like, "Ain't no way this happened with Terrell and Amanda." I guarantee they'd be like, "Ain't no way."
You was receiving the marriage counseling from Word
The
Church.
word church, they'd be like, "Ain't no way." They all thought we was the best couple, man. And like I say, she go there when she get rage in her. Like she go too far. Like she go too far. You know, like You know, like this story she done told me about exes in the past. I'll be like, you tripping. Running into guardrails at the corner, 190th and all stuff like that. I'm like, dang. And you know, I done left. I done came back. When you love somebody and you feel like this is the person for me, then you work out your differences that y'all might have. You look sleepy, Jay.
Long day.
You work out your differences, you know.
It's a long day, man. But never really caught doing anything, just a lot of suspecting and not answering the phone, not doing this, not
It
doing
ain't
that.
never been nothing like I caught her with nobody.
She ever caught you?
No.
But just like you said earlier, a little suspecting, maybe a little bit jealousy on both sides.
Yeah.
Because the signs were there,
Yeah.
but you never caught her doing anything.
No.
She never caught you.
Well, the phone, not physically.
But she saw a number in the
Yeah,
phone.
that's it. Yeah, she's saying.
Okay.
I got nothing else. I don't think I have anything.
Let me ask you this, Detective Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm being charged with?
Right now, we still got a little time before we have to charge you. We'll present this to our city prosecutor with our findings, our talking to you, and see what her advice is.
Oh, the Warrensville City Prosecutor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So right as of now, I'm not being charged with nothing.
You're still under invest.
Gotcha. I'm gotcha.
Do you have a lawyer that you need to call or anything?
Well, I was gonna call my dad and see did he get in touch with him. I don't know his number offhand. I haven't made no phone calls. I haven't.
When we finish here, I'll make sure the jail gets your phone calls.
Okay. Our stepson, man, like, oh my God, man, he got to come home for this, man. He live in he in the Air Force Academy out in Colorado. Like, if you talk to her daughter, the crazy part about it, me and the grandbaby played ice cream truck down in the basement after she went upstairs yesterday. Like, when none of this had happened, if she never came back downstairs talking about that phone.
You know,
I don't think it would have happened. Maybe when I went, then I had another theory in my head. I say, well, maybe what if I would have got upstairs before she came downstairs, and what if I didn't fall asleep and I went upstairs?
you can what if yourself to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that.
And one thing that I did notice last night, after the family was notified of the death, I'm speaking to them. The daughter still didn't have any negative things to say about it. It wasn't like this rotten mother or nothing like that, man. So they still, to my knowledge, they still was thinking highly of it.
They do. Because we don't have no major problems. That's why I'm shocked that she went and got that knife. Like, why did you have to go get a knife? Why? Why did you tell me if I stay here tonight, I'm gonna have to sleep with one eye open? It's like, that's why I say I don't know if she did go upstairs and have a drink. I don't know. But we don't have problems. Like, ain't nothing bad that none of the family's gonna say about me. It's not.
I just can't wrap my head around the fact that she told you to sleep with one eye open. You felt it necessary to take your guns out the house, but
because she went for the.
Because you went for it.
She reached for the.
But
I didn't
yeah,
know what she was doing, so I said.
You went back in the house. You stayed there. Even though
But
you say
I-
you were going to get dressed, if my life is at
Like I
that
said, she
point,
held me.
I'd have left him in
She-
my UGG shoes.
I should have. She held me hostage though with the knife.
Well, you was already outside.
Oh,
With
to
the
my
gun?
prior to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you saying prior to that? Yeah. Yeah. Prior to that. Yeah. Prior to
And
that.
that question gonna come up 100 times.
Mhm.
If you felt that concerned, would you remove?
But like I told you, she was sitting on the bed and said, "When I opened the knife, ain't come into play till after all that." And I told you, I came back in the house, and that's when I went.
What
You
he
know,
said
the
is
knife went.
once you remove your guns, because you felt like, oh, maybe she's reaching for the drawer. I don't know what she's gonna do, so let me go remove my guns.
Mhm.
But he said I probably would have just got in the car and drove away,
I wish I would have.
even though I was half in my pajamas.
I wish I would have. I
But
wish
you
I
came
would
back
have.
in to get dressed.
Yeah, I was because she told me just to go for the night. Go. She was talking crazy like go forever, but you gonna leave here tonight. So I was just gonna go put my work uniform on. I had pajamas on, house shoes. I was gonna get all the way dressed, but she didn't let me. She took the phone, like damaged the phone.
All right,
All right.
I'll have to make some phone calls.
Yeah.
That's it.
Man, I appreciate y'all, man. I've been waiting all night. I'm like, I just want to talk to somebody. I need somebody to talk to.
I know.
You know, I'm only one back there, man. And like I was telling the officer last night, I'm not no bad guy. I know you from working at CVS a long time ago.
Right,
I know your brother,
Mike.
Mike. Yeah. Like, I'm not no bad guy at all, man. I go to work. I've been working over at University Hospital for 4 years. I know they probably didn't heard what happened.
They haven't heard it from us. We haven't made any press releases or news releases or nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
So, whatever. But Instagram is a motherfucker.
Oh, motherfucker.
So understand that.
And this is another thing.
I haven't seen anything on Instagram yet.
Oh yeah, I've been getting.
You saw a couple of things.
People have reached out to me about stuff that's on Instagram already.
About that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's on Instagram?
Yes.
You know how social media is. Once one person posts something,
Man,
it spreads like
Instagram, social media knows stuff hours before the police know stuff.
Yeah. Like I say, if you look at her social, I don't have Instagram or nothing, but if you look at her social media, we just had our 6-year anniversary last Saturday. You'll see how happy, like I say, man, we've been happy. We've been happy. She just posted the picture. If you go on her Instagram, you'll see her pictures with me in there, and I just can't. It just still feel like a fucking dream.
Mm-hmm. Reality ain't set in for you yet.
That reality ain't set in. That like. Damn. I can't. I what if myself to death. I was gonna say shit. What if I just didn't come straight home from working?
Yeah.
Right? Worked a little over or something. Probably,
You can't do that.
You can't do that. No, you can't do that. It happened like it happened.
In the epic words of one of my viewers named Me, Myself, and I, no tears were sacrificed during the making of this video. Tyrell Evans will be sentenced to life without the possibility of parole until after 24 years. This interview was one of the most difficult I've ever had to watch because of the emotions by the suspect. There were a few times that it felt like he was going to burst out in laughter, even after the detective had told him that his fiance had passed away. I am desperate to know what you think about this one, especially after I share these last two facts. One of the bullets would have reportedly paralyzed her, making her unable to still hold the knife. So his suggestion that she was still tightly gripping the knife after being shot seems like an odd thing for him to suggest. But the last detail is even more damning. One of the 5 bullets entered her from the back. If Amanda's children are sitting at Terrell's parole hearing in 24 years, pleading to keep him in a cell, it sounds like they might have a pretty good case for that. If you enjoyed this episode, hit me up. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll see you again soon, right back here on They Caught Me. Till next time.